And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. As we begin, you need to get in the program. It is Friday, which means it's Red Day.
It's Red Day. Remember, everyone deployed.
Well, let's just check and see if our guests remembered that. Yeah. No, they didn't do it.
Sorry. But she's got red lips. Does that count?
It sort of, kind of. There. Yeah.
Hey, if you take your hat off, you can see a red head.
I think not.
Challenging the system there.
Yeah.
Good morning to everyone. We hope your day is going well. It's going to be a wet one. As we pull this up, let's just show this of what is expected, Odie. It's not dry at all.
No, not at all.
As we look at this, here's your forecast right there. Woof, woof. Wet as we look at this. So keep it in mind, about 60 is the best we're going to do with rain showers throughout most of the day. Matter of fact, let's look at radar and show where the rain is showing the most this morning. We had a lot in Clark County earlier. We even had a tree, I believe, struck by lightning on County Road 152 earlier, and they had the folks out chasing that down to put that out just a little bit ago. Look at this. Here's what we got. That's some wet stuff. Now, the western side of Lauderdale County there at Newton, pouring. Look at all of Clark County. That's not nice.
No, that's an awful lot of rain. We're going to see this until mid-afternoon.
Oh, we're getting arguments from the weather girl.
Yeah. She's got a
We've been watching it.
She's got a putt-putt
palooza full moon.
Yeah.
And we're so excited that it's raining right now because it's moving out.
So how do you sign up to play putt-putt? Did anybody just walk up, or you got to buy tickets or something?
Okay, so I'm not actually on Putt-Putt Palooza. That is not my event, but we're partnering with them. They're going to be right beside us, so we're excited about it. So I don't have all of the answers on it, but I think you had to already sign up. So they have 30 teams that are signed up.
To play putt-putt?
To play putt-putt. There's this company coming in. They set it all up. It's going to be really cool.
Play some putt-putt.
Well,
we went on vacation about, 20 years ago. Ricky Wayne, everybody that remembers Ricky from Weyerhaeuser, me and him went. He was on the other end, and I ran back and hit that ball, and it was 4. And I hit him in the head. I was never asked to play on anybody's. I've never played it since.
Was that golf or putt-putt?
Putt-putt. No, I've never been on a golf course. Man, them things weigh too much. They're not balanced. Whatever that first thing is you use to hit with.
A driver.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, so I've been told.
I can't do it. I tried at Meridian Airport once to hit a ball, and I missed, and I thought, this ain't for me.
I didn't know there was
I went on back and minded my own business. Have you ever played golf, Greg?
No.
So you and I are
probably been to a golf course at night fishing, but I've not.
Now is it past time? You can't get in trouble for sneaking in.
That's right. That's right. I never seen the point of hitting a ball just so I could walk and find it and hit it again. But that's just my opinion.
But and I go back to my youth, and I'm not making fun of anybody that does it. There's a lot of people that love it, but my immediate friends growing up didn't know what a golf ball was.
Right.
Nor did I. And then after I got into about 11th grade at Northeast, there was a few people playing it because there was a golf club place down the street there. But
a golf club. You're talking about a golf club.
We had one in Scuba, and we used
to... They call it a country club.
Yeah.
And it's a golf course.
A golf club.
And let me be honest about this, y'all. They put one in Scuba, but the fun part about it was you'd take your car out and try to go around all the holes at once and get back without making marks on the golf club. That's what we used it for.
Okay.
You didn't try that?
No.
You should do that. It was fun.
There were some things I've tried, but that wasn't one of them.
But, seriously, golf just was not a big thing in Kemper County back in the day.
Well, we're bringing it today. I'm not bringing it, but it's going to be in downtown Meridian this afternoon.
Putt-putt, I think, is better than the actual game of golf.
Well, now I'm with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. It's one of those there. I was listening to a song. Greg, let me ask you this. as Julia rolled in this morning, let me paint the picture of the song. Old boy sitting at the kitchen table. And somebody lived this, is how a song, but you know how country music is. Mm-hmm. It's from experience.
It's a story.
Right. Old boy sitting at the kitchen table there reading the paper. His wife picks up the phone, she leans over and she goes, "Who do you know in California? Why is she calling here?" And he starts slumping underneath the newspaper. You remember Eddie Raven's song, "Who Do You Know in California"?
That is a...
Man, I like that song.
He was jamming out to it.
Man, yeah, I really liked that. And I thought, some old boy somewhere had a bad day.
Yep. He kind of wished he was somewhere else.
She was banging on the pots and pans, and he was hanging on to every word. I really liked all that. But that's going back in time, way back. Boy, country it was back when songs just really, really painted you a picture of what was going on for the day.
They made sense. They had a beginning and an ending, and it was a story.
You know, Puff Daddy may make sense, but I've tried. We brought that up on the first show.
Who?
P. Diddy. Oh. Did he help out, what's his name that's on with Martha Stewart? Did they ever do a song together?
Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg. Did they do a song?
I don't think
Snoop Dogg don't need no help.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's a whole different.
Yeah, he just makes TV commercials and sits on the beach with Coronas, right?
And smokeless grills.
That
You
was
sure about that?
great marketing.
Yes,
10 out of
it
10.
was. They
I'm
did.
quitting smoking.
He
Yeah.
says, "I am no longer going to smoke anymore." You know, even you talked about it on here.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Snoop Dogg has quit smoking. And then when we come to find out the next day, it come out it was a smokeless grill.
Well, it's a fire pit. I have one, and they are actually really good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And they're smokeless?
Yeah. It's like it sucks it in, and you don't smell like fire sitting beside it.
We're going to have to start trying products on here and find out if they're really good or
Well,
not.
we just go to Julia's house and check it out. Tyler be like, "Where are all these people come from?"
My friend showed up.
He's usually that's usually how he feels.
Already
She brought the inmates back.
7 minutes past the hour. Good morning to everyone. It is wet. What does that usually tell us? There's going to be an accident there at the
Split. 59.
Split.
Yeah.
We don't want you to be a statistic today, so slow down as you're entering that area there coming into Meridian. We want you to be okay there. Let's see what else is happening. Of course, we're going to go over here in just a second. We'll do it next. We've had our very first homicide in Meridian overnight. Wow. Gunshots rang out. We're going to tell you about that next. We'll do that in just a moment. We'll be right back. Rock House Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. And welcome back. As I was asking, and I don't know this, I'm sure someone else out there knows this. I'm not talking Beulah Hubbard, but where is Beulah, Mississippi? I'm not sure the location of it. That's a new town to me that we've got. What I asked, Shad White's been busy.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the headlines from the page here as we go to Shad White. Staying busy. Former mayor of Beulah is arrested for 3 counts of embezzlement. Boy, he sent a demand letter of about $12,000, a few dollars over there, demanding it be repaid. It's not going to be a good day for her.
Or a week.
Is there, honestly, is there anybody that Shad would not file papers against? Do y'all think so?
I know Shad personally.
You do?
And that's how he is. I think that he would take his mama to jail and not tell her first. And that's in that role, that's the way it needs to be. No exceptions, and it's not political, and it doesn't matter. If you steal from the taxpayer, then that's...
He's coming
He's
to get
consistent.
Well, now here's the bad thing is Beulah, Mississippi.
Where is it?
Is an unincorporated community, and it ain't but 17 miles from here.
Really?
No.
No, I don't think so, Odie.
Well, that's what it says.
Let me look.
We're going to have to. You sure that's not Beulah Hubbard that you've done looked up?
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is Beulah. Beulah, right?
No,
just said-
it's in the Delta.
Well, if you go
And it
on
has
the
a
maps,
population of 242 people according to the 2020 census.
maybe they just
I
took
always
Hubbard
say
off
county
of it.
wrong. How do you say that? I always think
Well,
it's pronounced
I'm-
wrong.
that's-
Bolivar County.
Bolivar County.
Okay.
And you had to get an answer from him?
No, I always that those words that you have pronounced wrong once and then you get confused.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have to go in my work. I'd say a lot of county names, and that one I don't like to say out loud because sometimes I remember it incorrectly.
It is right there, Bolivar County, right there. There it says in the article.
See, and
See,
then
and
he just proved my
I thought it was
Thank
Bolivar,
you.
but okay.
Well, that's
Odie,
not what it says.
Odie, she says you're wrong. You went to Beulah Hubbard on your map is what you done.
I just typed in Beulah, and it left off
And he had
Hubbard.
Beulah Land, Beulah Hill.
You know, that was going through my head too. I had Todd Kemp singing in the background, Beulah Land. You're Odie. We got to work on
Well.
Odie's map. If you're ever lost, call Greg.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm saying.
You're not going to get my.
Because Odie will send you to the wrong spot.
Oh, that could happen there. Now, last night as we were getting ready, I would receive word. I got a couple of texts that said, "Hey, I think I heard a couple gunshots." And let me pull up a map here and show you where this was reported. I got the map pulled up here, I think, and I want to show you this. Here is the corner. Let's just look at this. 29th Avenue. Let's pull this up, everybody. This is 29th Avenue and 25th Street, if you'll see the sign right there. This is where gunshots would ring out last night. Let's look both directions here. This comes into this, and this is a dead-end street that looks like some apartments maybe. And you look back that way. Right here, gunshots would ring out. Now, I don't know exactly how many gunshots would ring. Let's look at the big picture here. Let's look at this. Let me hit this and back out and go back to, I don't know why it's not going there. I want to pull this up. Here we go. Here's, if you're looking at the big picture, here's Poplar Springs Drive right there. This is just due west of there, right back in here. That's Meridian Public School District building, 29th and 25th. Gunshots would ring out there. Now, I don't know exactly how many bullets rang out, but it was several. I know shell casings were found in the street. Then we would get word someone has just arrived at the hospital with a gunshot wound. Then we would get another text. I got another text that said someone else has just arrived at the hospital. So that gave us 2 people that were injured. It would not be long that I would get another text that said we have a loss of life. Now, this is where it gets beyond sad. And you know, often people say, well, you need to pray for our city. We do. This is a juvenile that was killed. 17 years old is what I'm being told at this point. We're not giving out names or anything yet. That will come later. But 17 years old, and this was 8:30 last night, somewhere around in there, at that time frame. That is not the time for a child to lose their life. Now, I don't know how old the other victim is, if they were a child also. I do not know that yet. That information has not been released. But I am saddened by this. I do hope that a press conference is held today to update everybody on what happened here, at least what we think happened. We do hope this leads to someone being arrested, taken into custody. A loss of life is awful. Our very first for the year. Now, we've had over and over this year. And I'm going to go out and say this, looking at my statistics that I keep up with year to year. We've had more gunshots this year in this first quarter than we did last year, way more. We had already had a murder in January last year. We had gone almost 3 months without one with the new year, but we now have that. Homicide, however you want to word this, I do think it will probably the language be used as murder. Once this is all said and done, I used homicide to be absolutely sure, because you never know until the investigation is done, without a shadow of a doubt. So that's where we are. Prayers needed if you're with the church. Pass it along to your group, and let's hope that we get some answers to what happened. Again, they have family. Think about them. And it's just a sad day for our city, is it not?
But you know, where is family? Family comes out when tragedy hits. Where's family at as these kids are being raised.
That's a good question.
And I'm not saying because you have family that raised you, you're going to automatically be on the good side, because that's not true. You can be raised 100% correct, or what society thinks is correct, and you can still go down a rabbit hole. But chances are, if you look, most of these people, they've turned to gangs because it's the only people who really give them a time of day.
And I think
make them feel good, because mom and daddy's not around. Because do they even have a mom and a daddy? And do they care about them?
No, we don't have for sure, but you can probably pretty speculate this could have something to do with a gang. We don't know. This could have been someone innocent driving down the road, and gang members. We don't know the details of what went on, but it is not good. It is not good. A child at that 17 years, a whole life in front of them taken over something that is just.
At 17 years old, they could have gotten their education, turned around and said, the way I was raised is not the way I want to raise my child, and started a whole new generation.
That's right.
For a whole new set of kids to be raised part of society. But yet their life was taken short for whatever reason. And no matter what's going on in the background, our prayers definitely go out to the friends and the family of this young person.
As soon as we know more, we'll pass it along. And let me tell you, it got stranger is the next word. As this was going on, I got another text that said, hey, there's a wreck downtown. And it sounded kind of, just a fender bender there by the Doughboy Monument. Oh, no, sir, Bob. This would change with somebody running down the road and leaving the scene. Greg, where were you last night?
Unavailable.
Yeah. Unavailable. Let me show y'all some pictures of what we do have here from last night. Again, this is... what is this up against? The bank? It's a car inside there. We had one car that damaged the side of Trustmark Bank last night. 2 other cars were involved. And again, it would end with someone running down the street. Alleged wording, this I cannot confirm, that possibly a car may have been taken without the owner's permission and wrecked. Now, I see the disbelief.
The shock on my face.
Yes, you've got that.
I heard a quote from the scene was that they went Dukes of Hazzard on the bushes in front of Trustmark. I mean, that's
let me show this picture of a miracle of how I don't know.
So they need landscaping today, is what you're saying.
Y'all, the landscapers need to run down there and see who can get it.
Let's look at the landscaping here. Here's our picture. It just kind of mowed them all down. Do you realize how close
Wasn't
it
his
got?
car.
Look how close it got to that truck and didn't hit it.
Yeah, thank goodness that stump was there.
And downtown was packed because
It was.
there was a Riley Center show.
We had, and I talk about the Riley, and I thought this was funny, and I hope everything was all right. We were headed home, so we're now.
You went to the show too, right?
Oh yes, we were on 8th Street, headed northbound, and we were at 21st Avenue. So there's a car. We're in the right lane. There's a car ahead of us, and we're at the red light. Next to the car in front of us was a City of Meridian police car.
Okay, I can see it. I can visualize.
And then there's a car beside us behind the cop car. And we're sitting there at the red light, and then all of a sudden, the car in front of us said, what the heck? Whoop, they just drove off. And everybody's looking. It's just through the red light, and you could tell the cops going, well, I got to pull them over. All these people behind me. And they just run through. I mean, did they not look and say, ooh, cop, we should stay here till it's green? But no, they right on through.
And a lot of times that's how people end up back in jail, because they had little warrants. And they didn't think about that.
Yeah.
The things that go on behind the scenes that will make you cackle sometimes are just really hilarious.
Sir, could I see your driver's license? Did you not see me? I have the lights on top.
I can remember this had to be 23 years ago. I rode with Debbie, which was a rare occasion that I actually sat in the passenger seat. And she somehow or another rolled right through a red light. And he pulls over and he goes, You done it in front of everybody. He goes, I have no choice, Debbie, but to pull you over and give you a ticket.
I think that's what that one was. I don't have a
She
choice.
just never saw it. Right? Debbie, I love you, but that happened.
When I was teaching my daughter to drive, we have a funny, she rolled through a stop sign while I'm going, stop. You know, she
And I
don't
bet
want me to
you
yell
were
at her.
pumping the floorboard. wasn't you?
Yeah, I mean, and she rolled straight through it, and she got upset because I was saying stop, and she says, I can't stop at every one of them. So I'm like, we're gonna need to do that every single one of them.
Can't stop it, everyone.
Yeah, so
That's
we
a
make
pretty
fun
good
of her
line.
about that.
On a serious note, I wanted to say this morning. We wanted to pass along condolences. The chief of police, Miss Deborah Young, lost her mother. And with all sincerity, we pass along condolences to her and her family. We certainly hate that. That is a time of sorrow. And we wanted to extend a special, we're thinking of you and your family for a moment there, without a doubt. We'll be right back with more on the way.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie and our special guest this morning, Julia, along with Greg. Greg comes in on Fridays. It's Greg Friday. Greg, we got to call you out.
Go ahead.
Not once did you go, hey, I'm going on 100. Would you like to come? Did you get an invitation?
Not a
Because
single
y'all
one.
have to work all the time. Y'all never take a day off.
But you could
don't.
ask.
Well,
You know, I saw.
and you would have went.
No, probably not. But
That's what I thought.
Kill anything?
Well, yes, we went 44 for 45, I think.
Do you know how they know that?
How?
Tell me.
Because
I didn't know
each
they could
one of
count
them are
that high.
numbered. They're in this little cage, and they
Here we
walk up and they say,
go.
"Now stand in a line," and I'm gonna hit this button, and he's gonna fly right there.
We had a lot of fun at Dancing Rabbit Quail Preserve. I mean,
Oh, that
highly
sounds
Did
recommend
Dancing
fancy.
Rabbit- it
That's
wasn't
not how we
flying.
hunt in Newton
It
County.
was.
It wasn't
very,
flying birds.
It was.
did you kill any?
Yes, yes.
How many
yes.
did you take on?
Well,
As a
when
group,
you-
Is that what
as
it's
a
all-
group, it
when
was
you
40.
go hunting like that, it's very important to pick a group of skilled marksmen to carry with you because you never know who actually
Why'd they
hit
bring
the
him?
birds. So I'm pretty sure RW didn't hit anything. So we rule 1 out of 6 out.
But did his gun shoot?
Most of the time. And I think that's why we didn't have a perfect day because my gun jammed on the 45th, the bird that got away.
Well, look, let me just be honest about this. I am horrible at dove hunting.
That's why you carry a lot of people with you that can.
cover.
It makes you look good. I mean, we look like skilled marksmen, but we did. We had a good time. Had a group of 5 or 6 of us. Philip Mosley, and Johnny Cumberland, Dylan
Yeah.
Hudler. We had a good time.
Greg, I even went as far one time, got an airplane ride to South Dakota. You know that pheasant hunt?
Yeah.
Is that? And I went.
That's a lot of walking.
And I don't ever want to do it again.
That's a lot of walking.
It
isn't
was.
Yeah.
You start out walking in a line with about 15 people, and you walk through these big pastures, wheat fields, and I kept thinking of Garth Brooks' wheat field song.
Yeah.
And it didn't do it for me. That's just not my thing. I like deer hunting, but that is not mine. So
Well,
you can have my next trip.
Yesterday was probably one of the colder days of the year.
Ooh, yeah.
I
It was
thought I didn't get this cold deer hunting all year, but we had a good time. They really take care of you.
That
They
kept
had a
the
good
birds
time.
from flying too fast.
Yeah, they didn't get up very high yesterday because they were cold. I mean,
Yeah.
It was bad cold.
I feel for
It's
you.
some fancy hunting.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
They had an orange vest on, about all they had.
I enjoyed it.
You ever been fox hunting? Isn't that like a big thing over in England? Boy, I got
I
a
don't
dead look on that,
know
didn't I?
that.
I don't know.
There's a fox hunting camp up in Kemper.
Well, I'm talking about those that ride the horses.
Yeah,
and
but
they
isn't that like more of a sport? They don't actually.
What
That
was
may
the
be true.
cartoon with the dog and the fox? And,
like
The fox and the hound.
yeah, but I mean the dog couldn't be friends with him because he
They
was
were
supposed to hunt
be
him.
enemies. That's
Yeah,
right.
so they do.
But wasn't there a country song like a fox on the
On the
rise?
run, yeah.
Yeah,
George
okay.
Jones. done it.
Well, there you go. It's slowly coming back to me. Julia, tell me this. Now, tonight, we've got a
Yes.
big event downtown. Tell me about this. What's going on?
This is the only reason I come out here is to tell everybody about this.
Yeah.
It's all the education she gets.
That's right.
No, it is free. Meridian's favorite block party is coming back, first one of the year. We're going to be downtown on 5th Street between 22nd and 23rd Avenue, full moon on 5th. And I know that it's bad weather right now, but it's going to be better this evening. So it's going to be gone. So bring your lawn chair, you get to wear your jacket for probably one of the last times this year, and come hang out with us. We're going to have Honey Boy in Boots as our entertainment for the first half. Y'all go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
It was the expression on his face. It's Honey Boy.
Honey Boy and Boots. They're a husband and wife, and they do the like guitar, blues, country kind of situation. It's real kind of folksy. It's good. And then the second half of our entertainment is John Uzodinma. Go ahead.
Say that twice, Greg.
Yeah, no, Joe. Do that one more time.
John Uzodinma.
And what does John sing?
He is a violinist. Hold on.
Cello player?
Not a fiddle player.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So he's young. He's actually from Madison, Mississippi, and he's been on like the Jennifer Hudson show. He has like played for all these people. He is a modern twist on the violin. So he will do everything from like revival gospel into like, rap. I mean, he kind of goes across all genres, and it's a show. And
They say you got to have a fiddle in the band.
well, there you go. So
You start rapping on a fiddle in my neighborhood, somebody's going to get hurt.
back. The reason we do this is to bring culture and education to the community that clearly needs it.
I just think she besmudged us.
It's going to be fun. Y'all are going to enjoy it. Meridian Symphony Orchestra is partnering with us for this, and we're really excited about it.
What show did you say that he had been on?
The Jennifer Hudson show.
Greg?
She was on American Idol, remember?
I don't watch that.
Okay.
either. Only Hudson I can think of was Automobile.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
All right.
Hudson River.
Bob said he saw a naked man with a bottle of Jack. Said he has a full moon and a fifth.
He's starting early. And not scared of the weather.
Naked Running Man is not invited.
Can't beat that. What time does everything start?
We get started at 6. Now, Putt-Putt Palooza is taking place. They're trying to start at noon. They may scoot back just a smidge if they need to based off the weather. But but we kick off at 6. Our music will start then. We'll have food vendors, kids activities. All the 5th Street businesses are always open, and it's just a lot of fun. We bring out the lights. We bring out the moons. If y'all haven't seen them, it's an experience. So we encourage everybody to grab their lawn chairs and come out and join us.
You got to take a picture at the moon.
You've got to come take it. Everybody has one.
Speaking of pictures, I got to brag on somebody. Y'all hang on, hold your thought. Let me show you this picture here. Look at this. This is Miss Posey. She is celebrating her 96th birthday, and she won the coffee mug yesterday.
Good deal.
And she is just as happy as can be.
We are so tickled over that.
Now, yesterday we had 3 people. We know it was 29th, and we know it was a leap day, but still, come on. I don't know what happened today.
But everybody's having a birthday.
But they stepping out. So we got to hit some birthdays or we won't get through the next 30 minutes. Alan and Rita Flint's got their 50th wedding anniversary.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a long way up there. Tom Butler's got a birthday. Debbie Walker's got a birthday. Paul Blackwell, 63 years old. Louise Thrash, I tell you what, Mama, that's a good lady right there.
Oh, that's
a good
wonderful.
Mama. 88 years young today. Mike Myers, constable, having a birthday. All we got with him was old. They didn't give an age.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Yeah, so Linda Cook, 83. Corey Bounds is having a birthday. Cindy Garrett is a young 62. Patsy Little is 80 years young today. Branson Bunyard, 23 today. And Shirley Buckley is having a birthday.
Ooh, Shirley.
Whew. Boy, I tell you.
Somebody say a little prayer for Bubba right now, because somewhere in this world, Bubba's catching it.
And
I
Baylor
love me
Hill.
some Shirley Buckley.
She's a handful, isn't she?
I love her.
Baylor Hill, for you, I for you. Oh, y'all remember that?
Yes, I do.
I for you. Oh, my name's Jeffrey, and I for you. Oh.
That was funny.
You never knew that, did you? Bill Cosby did that.
Okay.
And Jeffrey was on the airplane.
Yeah.
And he told
For
everybody,
y'all.
my name's Jeffrey, and I for you. Oh.
I tried not to take any airplanes with Bill Cosby.
Well, that's probably smart. We're going to go ahead and dig it out. That is there. And you know, Greg, it just hit me. It was Tom T. Hall that did like a Fox on the Run originally. He may have written it, and then George re-recorded it. It just hit me. I can hear him now. I'm focused.
Storyteller, Tom T.
That's
Hall.
it. Y'all stay close. We're going to test everybody in the room as we go back in time. A little test for Julia is what we'll find.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not participating today.
Oh,
I've made
you
the
got to. You're in
decision.
the room. You got to play a part.
Okay.
Y'all stay close. We'll be right back. More on the way as we tell you what's happening and, well, a little fun along the way. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres, no matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends. That means I got to hit the button when I'm not paying attention. I was tracking something down. And welcome back. What'd you say, Greg?
You were scrolling.
That's what it was, scrolling.
Yeah.
I want to mention this. We had a fender bender yesterday. I don't know if everybody saw this, out by Commercial Bank on Highway 39. Look at this. Here's the scene. We had a Dodge car that was traveling, I believe it was southbound. And then we had a car that was traveling east that had some issues and didn't stop. Couldn't stop. And, well, we had us a big fender bender there. A couple of things bent.
Bent it up.
Yeah. So everybody was okay, but the damage was way worse than the way the people were. Fortunately, thank goodness on that. Maybe you came along and traffic was held up for a little while. That's what was going on yesterday. All right, as we go back, it was 1872, and it would take them to, I don't know, 3 years ago before they come up with a TV show with the same name. It would be famous. Land grabbers. Is that what you'd call it? He walked out of a baseball field and ended up there. Okay. They're not getting any help on this. Yellowstone National Park began today. 1872.
Oh, well, I'll be dog.
Had a little tie-in there with Yellowstone, the TV show.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now I'm up there.
It's
with
easier
you.
when you have the answers in front of you.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
Boy, now the audience yelling back at us now.
Yeah. I don't have the answers in front of me.
Because he can't read.
It comes with a picture.
1926, and Greg, I know you know the answer to this.
Okay.
This guy would be in a TV show, and it was a comedy, but in reality, he had lived this horrible thing that he was portraying as comedy.
You watch it every day.
Every day you watch this.
Andy Griffith is the only thing, but that wasn't 1926.
No. This is when the old boy was born that would
Okay.
star in this. And he would sometimes poke his head out of a doghouse, or he'd have his ear next to a
Hogan's
person.
Heroes.
There you go. Do you remember this guy?
Which one?
Robert
Yeah, he
Clary.
just passed away.
Sure
didn't
did.
he?
He sure did.
LeBeau, he was the little Frenchman.
He sure was. And in reality, he was really and truly held captive during the war. Yeah, all of that was true. And then he would later grow up to be in a film about what the Nazis done. Interesting fact there behind the scenes there. One of the tragedies in America, do y'all remember that, the Limbaugh baby? This would happen on today, and I wasn't even going to tease all this, but we did have a child that came up missing. He was kidnapped. As we all know, the ending of that story was not good. But 1932 was it. And there's even been rumors to where people were saying that was all staged and it was set up. I have no comment on it. I wasn't there, and I don't know enough about it. Put something on Greg's shoulder over there. You got anything you set on his shoulder?
I don't know.
Like a battery?
Yeah, set that on. Now, dare
That's not mine.
dare Odie to knock it off.
Yeah.
Go ahead, punk, make my day.
This would be several TV shows that this guy would be in. A lot of you would know his best friend, Artemis. They ran around together. Had a train. They even did a remake to it a little bit later. But as we'd go back for the Wild, Wild West with Robert Conrad. And that was his big thing during the 70s. He'd take that ever-ready battery and dare you to knock it off his shoulder.
Never was a fan of that one.
You didn't? What about Baa Baa Black Sheep?
No.
I really liked the Wild Wild West. They rode around, had all these cool gadgets that they could play with. They were the first Secret Servicemen, Agents 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not into this.
Next.
Next. We don't like that one.
All right, let's go back to
like this one.
amazing. It was 4 guys. If you could find them and you were willing to pay, you could hire them. Now, they never hit anything that they shot at.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
The A-Team. Got to be.
They had the van.
V.A., Hannibal,
Face,
and Murdoch.
That's
which
it.
reminds me of Odie.
Give him a leather jacket, he'll blend in. Dirk Benedict, who played Faceman.
Drove the white Corvette.
Yeah, he was, I guess, what you'd call the ladies' man. Julie, would you consider this back in the 80s to be like a good-looking dude?
You do know she wasn't born in the 80s, right?
Oh, yeah, that just really
I'm not
made
gonna,
that.
we don't talk about people's age. I'm trying to teach y'all this.
There
But
we
yes,
go with
that
that
was
culture again.
Yeah. But no, he's a good looking guy.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day. It's been a few years. He probably doesn't look like that now. We're not going to ruin your picture of that. I never cared for this. I put it in here because I know other Americans liked it, but it was not what I would sit down and have tea and watch. My sweet tea didn't mix with this.
Okay.
Alan Thicke. What was the name of that show?
Family Ties.
Yeah.
Is that the one
blonde
that...
wife and
Did that have the guy that had Parkinson's disease that was in Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox.
Suzanne Summers in that?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
We're getting
Suzanne
look at these
Summers
confused
was in
looks we're getting from the audience.
Nah, what
Suzanne Summers was in Three's Company.
Okay.
Yeah. 1949, there isn't much that this guy didn't walk into a studio and it become a hit. You've heard about The Lost Highway. I think most of us have in this room. Mind Your Own Business, because me and that woman bought a license to fight. Mm-hmm. Mind Your Own Business, and also Honky Tonk Blues and You're Going to Change or I'm Going to Leave, as it all went down in history. There it is. It was recorded today in 1949 as the legend. He was about, what, 27 when he done that? Somewhere right along there. He was still young. Wouldn't make it past 29.
He was definitely a poet in his own right.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And could sing.
Now, that's culture.
It is. I agree. It is.
As I got up this morning and I started looking for headlines across America, this was plastered, and it's been years, but it was plastered on everybody's timeline today, this young lady's birthday. I think Greg never missed an episode. I didn't. I don't even think Odie did. If you had been around...
Maybe I was.
She'd have watched it too.
Well, you saw the reruns on TNN.
Okay. Let me see.
As Catherine Bach was born
The
today.
Dukes of Hazzard. Daisy.
Daisy.
Boy.
You know, she's been an answer before when I've been here. And I think you just come up with when she was born, when she died, maybe when she
Got her driver's
when she got her dog. And we're like,
Bought her
this
first
day in
pair of
history.
shorts, cut her first pair of blue jeans
This
off and
is-
made shorts.
We need something called the Boar's
Why?
Nest.
Well, we wanted to see her.
That was quite
Wow.
the show. But she's some Daisy Dukes. She created something that had never been done.
That's right.
They wanted her to wear a Dolly Parton outfit, and she didn't like it. And she went home, designed it, and it worked.
It sure worked.
Give her kudos on that. As you mentioned your favorite show a while ago, he would be known for that, but he'd have several big shows as we go back to remember. And they even said in this show he had a brother for like one episode.
Yeah, they kicked him off. He moved out of town, never come back.
But you ever had the urge, can you go up and hit a jukebox and make it play what you want? Can you do
The
that?
Fonz.
That's right. As we
Arthur
go back for
Fonz, Henry Winkler.
Yeah.
Ron Howard.
has a birthday today. But the
had a
Fonz
had a little brother that had the peanut butter sandwich on the shows and jelly. What was his name? Wasn't it? That was Ron Howard's little brother.
his actual real brother.
Yes, I want to say so. Yeah. That's right.
He did. But on the Cunninghams, it was like one episode where he had an older brother, and that went away. He never returned to the show.
I thought the older brother came back when he left the show.
Oh,
he
did
was
he?
a basketball coach.
Maybe because it got really bad there at the end.
Yeah, it got
The writers were on strike, whoever was good, and it was bad.
Yeah.
Let's see what else happened today. Vince Gill had a former life before he caught the helicopter and found out somebody had gone to work to go visit their wife. Oof. Oh, it's tell all morning. Do you remember a group called Sweethearts of the Rodeo? I'm a midnight girl in a sunset town.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Here you go. Janice Gill has a birthday. That was Vince's first wife before he found out Amy was sitting home alone.
Oh, okay.
That guy, and he was real awkward. He got he took over Ralph Emery's job on TNN, and he was sitting there, and that's when Vince decided, well, I can slip on across the yard.
Can't
He's
do that.
at work.
I don't remember these things.
I wasn't alive.
As we go back to the Statler brothers, do you remember them? I'll go to my grave loving you.
Yes.
Oh, I love those guys. This is the guy that would replace Lou DeWitt, who got sick and had to leave the group early. And you think, well, nobody can fill a slot like that. Well, it did. And one of the biggest hits they ever had came along with Oh, Elizabeth. And we'd also More Than a Name on the Wall. Jimmy Fortune has a birthday today, if y'all remember him. He fit right in. He still does his thing on Facebook. I don't know if y'all have seen that. He gets on there and does a song or two a week. Kind of interesting there. This show I really liked. The mechanic was probably my favorite because he was so dry and kind of
Reminds me of Greg.
Do y'all remember Wings?
Yeah.
I love Wings.
This guy right here.
See, doesn't he remind
That
you
one.
of Greg, that mechanic?
The
Of course,
mechanic.
Greg can't fix that.
Yeah.
He made
can
the
see
show. He was just kind of.
I always say that Meridian Airport, which I love, reminds me of Wings, though, because it's just like it in size, or it feels like it.
It is.
Yeah, it reminds me of Wings, and you always see people that you know really well.
And they're just hanging out down there drinking the free juice.
yeah, and they have free slushies
Yeah.
and donuts
Ice
and
cream.
coffee.
All you got to do is act like you got an airplane.
That's all you got to do.
Just walk in there. Greg with hair is a mechanic.
There you are. As we go back to remember, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. Well, it actually happened today.
Johnny Cash.
Yep.
And
Happened in
June Carter.
68. There they are. Happy as two larks.
Smartest decision he ever made.
Yet she did. She really changed his life of what would be going on with him. Let's see what else went on here. We got a few other things that went on. Oh, here we go. Julie, if you don't know the words to this song, you need to be singing this to your husband every day. Just rolling over going, hello, sunshine. You make my lunch and I'll make yours. As we go back to remember Donna Fargo, and I'm the happiest girl in the whole USA. Good morning, honey. I guess you don't know the words.
I don't.
Well, you're getting
Some culture.
we're going to teach you some culture after the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But, and that was a time that marriages, and I would put it as when you married, you married. You were in for the long haul.
Yeah.
And that was a song about she was just tickled to get out of her mom and daddy's house, I think, be married.
Funny face.
I need you, funny face. What was the next line?
I love you.
Yeah. And then she had that other big hit there of You Can't Be a Beacon If Your Light Don't Shine. Y'all remember that?
Ooh.
You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine.
I'm not hiring them to perform at full band.
We'll do it for free.
I
We're
don't
good.
mind coming
It's
up.
okay.
We're kind of
good.
like
That rapping fiddle player ain't sounding so bad.
We gotta have one of them in the band too.
Ooh, doggy. There's a lot of you that remember her. She was something else there. And I'm here. Randy says you can sing.
Show me.
Randy's been drinking.
Seriously, y'all. Let's back up here. Let me put the picture on Greg. Let me turn the camera over to Greg. Who remembers the episode of Andy Griffith where the guy walks in, he's wearing overalls?
Yeah.
And-
the moonshiner, and he's going to try out.
Yeah. And Barney wants the part, and he can't sing a lick. And this guy just breaks out in this beautiful voice. And it was like, whoa, Greg kind of resembles him.
Yeah.
You had some
I
overalls.
don't have the voice.
Yeah.
Can you really sing, or I can't tell?
No, I couldn't play Dead in the Western. I can't even tune a radio. Everybody in my family's got musical talents. I'd skip me.
That's me.
That's me too.
everybody
Hey,
in my family
I own a
does.
guitar, but I can't play it. I look at it every now and then while I'm listening to the radio.
But me and Odie ain't scared to prove we can't do it. We've been doing it all morning over here.
Yeah.
We go back to, it was 75, the biggest group that ever hit rock and roll. And I don't know if it was even called rock and roll in the 70s. It was that other kind of music that wasn't on country radio. It was down-
Makes your hips
hippie
shake.
music.
the hippie music. It would be the Eagles who had the number one hit with Best of My Love. It was one of those belly rubbing songs. The Eagles. Anybody remember that one? I think there's a few out there that do. As we go, now this really fit my world. Gene Watson.
Hello, yes, sir. I like that. Of
course.
what it is.
Whatever it is, you're on board on it.
Never done anything bad.
Gene would come along and sing about things at Paper Roses. Anybody remember that?
Oh, yeah.
But the song that was recorded today was March 1st, 1978. He'd go into the studio, and it would make Gene Watson, outside of 14 Karat Mine, it would be his next biggest song remembered from time on. You know what I'm talking about?
Farewell party.
That's it. It was recorded today as Gene Watson.
If they get on something, some culture, I got it. Gene Watson.
All about it. It's a guy that,
He's still performing?
How's he doing that? Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Matter of fact, I heard on Willie's
Roadhouse.
XM show or whatever, he and Willie just released a song.
Wow.
And he's 80.
But he still looks good.
Yeah, I think Gene Watson's in his early 80s.
Yeah.
But had 4 more notes on his bus, and he could probably retire,
4 more notes. He's gonna get my favorite Gene Watson song, and Greg, you're going to know this as soon as I say this. I'm a
Love and a
little
Hot
worried about our
Afternoon.
other 2 guests. What do you think my favorite is?
Love and a Hot Afternoon.
No, a little bit. Do you remember the song when we were down to nothing? Nothing sure looked good on you.
That's right.
She gets married and she hooks up with somebody else, and he has to watch her wedding in Paris on TV. It is killing him. When we were down to nothing, nothing sure looked good on you.
He is
Y'all's music.
amazing.
Y'all's music's a little R-rated.
Oh, look, by the time
Hey,
Ken
Conway.
Rainey burnt me. By the time I was 7, I knew everything that was wrong in the world.
That's right. And don't get on Conway.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's right.
1978, this would be a huge, Greg's not going to know it, but it would involve an Impala driving around hunting ghosts. And it would be one of the biggest TV shows on the CW network, I think is where it began. It would be a cult thing. People loved him. Remember this guy? Jensen Ackles was born.
I didn't get that station.
Dean Winchester was his name from Supernatural. They loved it. You didn't watch that?
You're the only one.
Rather watch a test emergency broadcast system.
Tell us how you really
Sorry.
Oh, have mercy. We go back to 1980, and Waylon, of course, was big. You could see his hands and not his face on TV.
Absolutely.
And he would also, he had several songs where he got arrested. What was the song? And this actually happened. He was recording a song, and he heard the banging on the back door, and he ran toward the toilet and had to flush something down. I've been busted
What
for
was
something.
it?
Was cocaine.
Oh, can't do that.
Waylon had a habit. As you go back and remember that, I forget how many. Was it $7,000 a day that he was hooked on?
He was good at it.
Yeah, he was really good at it. Which brought about this song. I ain't living long like this, am I, baby? He had a habit there. But they busted me for something that I don't have anymore. I forget what's that line. It was good there. 1981, I never knew this until I was reading up on what happened today. Don Johnson actually played Elvis in a TV show.
Really?
Yeah. Look at this. 1981 is when it happened. The girl that he dated, if you'll remember her, that lived at Graceland for about 5 years before he passed away. It'll come to me in a minute who she was. But he portrayed Elvis in that. It premiered tonight on NBC.
Well, I'll be darned.
I see nobody is.
I kind of missed that one, I guess.
Now, this one reminds me of Greg, too.
1984.
Oh.
Passed away.
Uncle Fester.
He passed away.
That looks just like Barry White, don't it?
It does look like Barry White.
Now that you bring that up,
He's just like
He's
Barry
in
White.
deep thought. If you had Harold
He's
on
looking
there
for
with
Harold.
him, exactly.
If he find Harold, he'd be all right. That looked like him at the Halloween party last year when Dylan dressed up with him.
man, friends like y'all, you don't need any enemies. As we go back to 1986, this guy would be so instrumental in finding other artists. But boy, he had The Weeknd, Lonely Women Make Good Lovers. That was one of his first there. As we're teaching you knowledge in life, we'd go back to remember this song, You Can Dream of Me, went number 1 on this date back in 86. Steve Wariner was the guy.
Now, he came to Meridian a good bit, didn't
Yeah, he did.
Because I can remember that.
His first song was Kansas City Lights. Kansas City. No one else is singing along.
No,
I don't get
I don't
this.
know that one. Do you?
You're going to have to sing something we know.
Okay.
At
Lonely
least
Women Make Good
sound
Lovers.
better.
Do you know
was
that
a good,
one?
Yeah, that
I
was
feel
a
like
good
you really want to play it full moon, but we're booked up for the year.
I
I'm
am
sorry.
trying.
Can you sing
Unless
any
you're
of it?
mariachi, if you can do some mariachi, then we'll take you.
Now
I have been to the Mexican restaurant when they do this. El Norte's
So
on.
you've been there, so you can do
I've
it.
seen that.
Now, if
And I
you're-
watched The Three Amigos.
If you're around a lot of your Spanish speaking friends, if you use the word grande a lot, it means a lot to them.
What is the word?
Grande a lot.
I've never heard that word.
Grande.
You've never heard Nacho Grande, you know.
And I've heard nachos.
If you use the word
Have
grande,
you, now let's
Grande
just back
means
up here.
large,
Have
yeah.
y'all? And I know you two been in a restaurant with me trying to order food. It is not
Yeah.
easy with me, is it?
no, but it is funny.
Well, Banos' bathroom, so quit ordering that. You can rule that. Mucho Banos is a lot of bathrooms, so you don't want a large order of that either.
Didn't know that either. I thought gringo means American, right?
I think it means,
You ain't
White-
from
white-
here.
white
yeah.
man.
yeah.
Gringo. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 1994, this guy would come along. I don't know anything he's done, but I know some of you know him. Justin Bieber was born on this date.
I bet Julia can name some of his songs.
No, I'm not doing.
Did he ever do Just Beat It?
No.
That was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I thought I was on to something. I'll back
You
off
were
that.
way off that
He
time.
didn't do Hello, Darling, so we can forget it.
Kenny Chesney attempted to do it.
Some things you don't redo.
There you go. He did it in concert in Jackson, Mississippi, and I thought, I just kept that to myself. No. That was my thoughts. The only one to ever come close to imitating a Conway song would be Jeff Bates. That's the only man that ever come close.
There is a guy
There is a guy.
and I cannot think of his name, and I'm telling you, dude,
Good stuff.
He's got to be Conway's key. This guy, he sounds just like him.
Back when Conway was selling records door to door.
Oh, this dude's good.
You have to
wanna
give me a
DNA
name.
test?
I'm telling you, the guy's
Well, Greg's
good.
the one that made the mistake of telling me Elvis wasn't dead the other day and played me a song by a guy. The preacher.
What did
preacher.
Hey, I seen that on the Hey, I got that TikTok when you told me to. I'm learning all kind of stuff. I'm getting some culture.
This guy, y'all, I'm not kidding. He sits down to do his sermon and it's like Elvis doing it. And then
I love it.
he broke into
You
a
need to
gospel
send it to
song.
me.
I will.
Okay.
I will. But I got to figure out how.
I'll teach you.
Back in 16, it was Super Tuesday.
man.
It was Showdown, and we would know what was coming. Here we go. Here are the two winners from Super Tuesday from 2016, in case you don't remember that. It's going to be, I think, a repeat of this coming up. It's be Joe on the left. This lady I almost forgot about. Bonnie. Anybody remember
She
the
was
name?
the mama, wasn't
She was. One Day at a Time. With
Snyder.
Snyder. Julia.
Nothing.
Snyder. What's your meter on that? 1 to 10.
Oh, like the
The
guy?
handyman.
Yeah.
The guy with the tool belt.
For
With the cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
For some reason, he was like the heartthrob there of daytime ladies back in the housewives. Done the ironing. It was like, Snyder. Okay, we're not getting any feedback over there. Anybody remember Mork and Mindy?
Oh, yeah, Nanu.
I had to remember Nanu. The dad that played on Nanu had a birthday today. Actually passed away.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Changed that channel too. Sorry.
Didn't watch that. No more. Something about he done his finger to go to the bathroom, didn't he?
I don't know what he did, but any feller that'll dress up in pajamas and them tights and run, nope.
I'm going to run all my life decisions by this
Thank
guy.
you, thank you. Life would be so much simpler if people would just
I know.
listen.
The brainchild behind everything. Y'all stay close. We'll be
not
right
much
back.
of a brainchild.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Here we are.
And we almost forgot something here. Senator Terry C. Burton, I think is the name that I didn't know that he done Elvis.
Yes, did a pretty good job too.
And
he
Dr.
was at
Jim
Relay for Life one year.
So he did
Meridian
Relay?
High, and I said, yeah, and Dr. Matthews too.
The singing surgeon. Y'all remember the hayride on Friday nights at the Temple Theater? Do you remember that?
No.
No,
I grew up thinking that Terry C. Burton was an MC like at a pageant. Like he did
that.
I grew up
He
in
did all of
Decatur,
them, yeah.
and he was at every pageant, every event that needed an MC. I just thought
He
that was his
made
job.
women faint left and
And
right.
I thought that was his job,
I'm
and then I
Terry
found
C.
out he's a whole. He had a
he
whole
just had
job.
that voice.
He did.
Yeah.
Terry
Yeah.
was great at that. He done a lot. He used to do, when I first met Terry, he done a Saturday night classic show in radio,
Yeah.
and that's how I met Terry, and we became lifelong friends. But the last Elvis impersonator that I saw did the performance at the nursing home in Neshoba County, and that dude, I don't remember his name, but he was incredible.
Chad Acton
Chad does a mean
a good one
Elvis.
too.
Dead on
Yeah.
there.
So we got to have Chad out one day to do that.
Yeah.
Do a little hunka, burning
I've
love
seen
with
it. It's good.
It is, isn't
Yeah.
it? He's got the moves. He's got the shape there. A few of those that came across there. Who else? All right. Okay. Never mind there. A lot of things as we get ready for this weekend, as we go back to what is happening here. Let's not forget fun and entertainment tonight. Let's go back to Julia. Let's cut
Yes.
across the counter and get some times and what's going to be happening here.
6 to 9 downtown. You cannot miss us.
No, you can't. Look for the moons.
Big, huge moons. It's a really good time. We've got cold snacks, kids' activities, entertainment, and the weather's going to be passed by the time that we get started. So come and join us. Bring your lawn chair and
Adult cold snacks will be there.
adult cold snacks. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a real community feel, and we're excited. We're partnering with Meridian Symphony this time. Always want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We don't have a lot of sponsors. If you want to be one, please contact me. But Mitchell and Magnolia, Mitchell Distributing, Magnolia Beverage have been with us from day one, and the ice plant. And man, I just send a text or give them a call and they say, how can we help? So they've been real committed to what our mission is, and they're the only reasons that we can make it happen. So we appreciate them.
And Bob, there will be security there.
We always have security. We always have people picking up trash. I used to work at the city, so we really try to be good stewards and be an organization that takes care of our stuff and our people. So we always have security.
Greg, I'm going to let you give her a test here. I'm going to tell you what it is, and you make her give you the answer to it.
I'm leaving. I got to
The
go.
definition of BR 549.
you really don't know.
Can you answer it?
No,
Come on. Just
I'm not coming back.
Have you ever watched Hee Haw?
I did a long time ago.
Junior Samples Auto Sales.
Yep.
Call BR 549.
Had them overhauls on. Had the car.
His Sunday overalls.
It
too.
was his Sunday because they were clean and pressed.
BR54.
Y'all, you really, we're going to have to do a skit with that one day because that show was just incredible. Y'all, hang on. We got more to talk about. We've got a couple of benefits. And to tell you something that is special, let me just go ahead and say this before this. We've been asked, Monday, we're going to do I guess you would call it like a world premiere. We've been asked to break this worldwide. We got something big going on in Meridian, Mississippi. We've got a manufacturing company that has taken place here. No one's seen inside of it. We're going Monday live to Salute, where they make shoes in Meridian, Mississippi.
Brand new.
It's not been done. We're going to show you what it's like to see a pair of shoes from beginning to the end. Now, folks, they're looking for folks to come work. And this is not something small. This is big.
It's a big deal.
Big deal. Adidas, Nike, people like that have them make their shoes. That could be coming to Meridian, Mississippi before long. They've got a brand that's going to be released. Liberty Shop's going to be selling these, and we're going to show you what it is the day before they go on for sale. So Monday afternoon, 2 o'clock, live behind the scenes inside the factory, we're going to do that. We'll be right back.
When you gear up and journey out, with nothing but you and the wilderness for miles, just remember, you're the boss. Steel MS-271 Farm Boss, built for the toughest jobs.
Still available in Meridian at Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power, 71 Highway 19 North behind Waters International.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Did we have any more birthdays?
Yeah,
rolling
like we said 9 months ago, it was busy. Because they all come out today.
Well, I don't know about 9 months ago. It looks like a few years ago.
Well, yeah.
Arithmetic.
Y'all know
We'll explain it to him after the show.
It was Shonda Campbell's having a birthday. Brandy Atkinson. Judy Ward, a young 71. Daniel Mosley, 37 today. And Shannon Hemingway is having a birthday today. Man, so happy birthday. And, lunch today.
Yeah, we're going to give away a coffee mug in just a second. So
Yeah.
y'all, but look at this, y'all. This is to benefit someone today.
This
Y'all
little
can help.
child has got cancer, and they need some help. And the way you do that today is to go to Phi Beta Kappa.
Delta.
Chicken plate, yeah, whatever.
How do you say it?
Phi Delta Kappa.
Yeah, y'all know what I was talking about.
I can't say it either, so I'm not even going to pick on Odie
Oh,
on this.
65th Avenue, right by the old structural steel number 3. If you take that road, it goes straight back there to it. $12 for chicken plates. Little Jake Warren, diagnosed with cancer on December 1st. Son of Brian and Marsha Warren, and they really, really, really need our help. So go by there, Phi Delta Kappa Drive. See, I said it correct that time. Or you can just make a donation. So
help out in any way you can.
Brian's I've worked with him on several nonprofit things, and he is a really good person that cares about this community. So we need to give back to him right now.
Yeah, I know his daddy. So we got to give away that. Let me make sure we don't have anything else. All right.
Look at this, y'all. This is up for grabs today.
Yeah, we got to change some
Meridian.
numbers because we got some new numbers coming in.
Yeah, have your very own coffee mug there as Odie gets it all ready. I wanted to mention this. Let me show y'all this. We had someone visit the nursing home here. We want to say a big thank you to Jeff Tate and also chairman here of the Committee of Affairs. They went and visited the nursing home. Isn't that sweet?
That was good.
That it is. So we appreciate them doing that. Never forget those who gave to our country and done so much.
Amen.
And that's what this is about, going by and visiting there.
You want to supply people something to
And let me just
in their life, and that's our veterans. We're allowing these people to come into this country illegally and giving them free health care and everything else and making sure they got a place to live. And the people who signed a blank check to give their life for this entire country, and we're letting them live on the side of the road, in the ditch, and under a bridge because our government will not step up and do what's right to our servicemen. It is a shame when you let illegal aliens come into this country, jump in a fence, and you give them everything in the world, but you won't take care of our military.
I'm going to say I stepped on a hot button over here.
Very well spoken, though,
be.
Mr.
No,
Barrett. I would have to totally agree with you for once.
For once.
For what?
Let's give away that coffee
Here we
mug
go.
there. What we
Let's
got?
see what we got. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, lucky 13. Baylor Hill.
Baylor
4
Hill.
years old. Gets a coffee. That's what I'm talking about. Start them young.
There you go. What have we have we missed any other events that are going to be going on? I know you keep up with what happens in Meridian. We've got tonight. Any other big things happening in Meridian this weekend that we hadn't mentioned?
I'm not in charge of any of this. Let's see. Junior Auxiliary has their ball. I'm sure. I don't know if you can still get tickets. I'm sure you can. This weekend, and it seems like there's something else. I don't know.
Let's see. Okay.
Just come to Full Moon. That'll be plenty. You'll have a good time. I heard crawfish is back in town. Like live crawfish is back. So
won't be long before we have the big.
Buds and Bowling is coming back.
That is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're going to be down at Singing Brakeman this year.
That's
what I heard. It's what I heard.
Genres, huh?
Well, it's one of those logistical
There
whatever.
he goes trying to woo us again with that intellect.
Fancy.
Yeah.
I got the name of the young man that did the Elvis concert in Philadelphia. His name was Randy Travis, believe it or not.
Huh.
I'm not joking.
Okay.
That was it.
Oh, and Meridian High School boys, they're playing for the state championship. That's huge.
It is.
Yeah, they're playing that tomorrow. And then also we got this right here from 12 to 1 today. Talk about 5th Street. Go ahead and go back down there because at Mississippi State University, not the quarterback, but the dog named Dak, the Mississippi State mascot, is celebrating his birthday.
Well, we'll have to go see.
We'll be down there setting up, and I know Dak, and he's a cool guy.
Oh, cool.
The dog or the quarterback?
The dog.
Oh, okay.
All right, then. We've had a great time this morning. We can't thank each and every one of y'all. Greg, thank y'all for coming in.
Awesome time as usual. Want everybody to be very careful in this weather today. Drive with your lights on. Slow down. Stay off the phone. And forgive somebody. Let them pull out in front of you. Be nice.
All right. As we wind down the show again, this is a long weekend. We're glad to be here. We'll be out and about tonight. There at Full Moon on 5th. Can't wait to be there. Come by and get your picture made. We'll be floating around the crowd having a good time with everybody. Odie, as always, as we get ready to leave today, you want to remind everybody what this is all about that we do every day.
It really is. And I'm sorry. I just I let everything kind of move right on in, and I didn't prepare and get the scripture. But there is one thing for sure. The rain that we've got that's pouring down is the way God's love rains down on us. Invite him into your heart and ask him for forgiveness. And all it takes is a simple prayer to close your eyes and tell Lord that you want to bring him into your life. You want to have him forgive you of your sins and walk with him. And he will do exactly that and give you everlasting life. Have a great day. We'll be out tonight. We'll see y'all around town. Until then, about 72 hours or so, we'll see you Monday.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.